Hello and welcome to the Late Weekend Pandemic Update video for Sunday, November 20th, 2022. Starting off with the CDC Community Transmission Map, you will see here there's less areas in high transmission, especially in the Northeast, but things are starting to change in the South. There's more areas starting to turn moderate, more areas starting to turn substantial. So currently, 1,244 counties in the country represent high transmission. Substantial makes up 1,058 counties. Moderate makes up 745 counties. And low makes up 175 counties. There's something else I want to show you on this page that we don't normally look at. It just caught my eye. Take a look at this. 11.3% of people 5 or older have the updated booster dose. Only 11.3%. That's not good. We could do much better. We need to see that number go way up. And Thanksgiving's coming this week, so it'll be very interesting to see what happens with the numbers as millions and millions, 55 million people are expected to travel for Thanksgiving. Alright, varying proportions. There are a ton of them now. BQ.1 is dominant with 25.5% of the cases. BQ.1.1 is 24.2% of the cases. BA.5 is 24% of the cases. BF.7 is 7.8% of the cases. BN.1 is 5.1% of the cases. BA.4.6 is 4.4% of the cases. BA.5.2.6 is 1.9% of the cases. BA.2 is 1.2% of the cases. BA.2.75 is 1.1% of the cases. The new BF.11, I've never seen this one before, is 1% of the cases. BA.2.75.2 is 0.8% of the cases. And BA.4 is still hanging on at 0.1% of the cases. We do have some COVID positives to report this weekend. Megan Elbert tested positive back on November 16th. Jared Pelosi tested positive back on November 17th. And John Kerry tested positive back on November 18th. And Kate Brown, who is the governor of Oregon, tested positive just yesterday. Taking a look at the cases for today, not too many to report. It's Sunday, less states report. Today, 4,796 cases, no deaths added today, 89,485 tests conducted in the last 24 hours, well, reported in the last 24 hours. Hospitalized 26,848, that's down by 270. In the ICUs, there's 3,312 people, that's down by 21. And taking a look at the cases, New York State reports 3,478. Puerto Rico reports 1,120, and Connecticut reports 198 cases. Speaking of New York State, 5.6% positivity is the current positivity rate, and currently there's 2,629 people in the hospital and 261 people in the ICU in New York State. Taking a look at the HHS hospitalizations, 27,416 people are in the hospital for coronavirus. 77.22% of all beds are currently being used, with 3.92% of them being used for coronavirus. Taking a look at the Walgreens map, and the Walgreens positivity rate is increasing to 30.2%. The prior week it was at 29.2%. That's a 1% difference. The main reason why it's increasing? Take a look what's going on here in the Northwest states. We have rapidly increasing positivity rates in the Northwest states. Washington State, 29.7%. Oregon, 32.9%. Remember, the Oregon governor just tested positive, and her husband as well, by the way. Idaho, 27.6%. Montana, 28.6%. That's an 11.2% increase. Wyoming, 30.8%. That's a 15.4% increase, with 26 tests this week and 26 tests the previous week. California, 5.4% increase. 36.4% positivity rate, 31% previous week. So this is a bad trend for the Northwest states, especially considering Thanksgiving's coming up pretty soon. Let's take a look at a couple more. New Hampshire, 26%. How about Maryland? Maryland is rising again, rapidly too. 38.5%. How about Delaware? Delaware is now at 31.9%. Georgia is at 26.9%. And Texas is at 26.4% positivity. Speaking of Texas, the positivity rate on the state level is now up to 7.31%. It has been slowly starting to increase now, which is a bad sign ahead of Thanksgiving. Hospitalizations in Texas have also started going back up again. If we zoom this in, you can see here they are now at 1,031 in the hospital. That's up from yesterday and up from the day before that. The trend is clearly going up. Alright, taking a quick look at flu cases. Influenza cases still remain at very high levels in the southeast states. They are starting to rise in the mid-Atlantic. Texas is starting to rise, and New Mexico, and parts of the far western coast. I do think after the Thanksgiving holiday, as we will see with COVID, we will probably see flu cases rise as well as people will be traveling around to different places. Alrighty, thanks for watching. We'll have another update tomorrow. And remember to hit the like and subscribe button down below, and you will be notified the next time I do a video by the little bell in the top right-hand corner. Stay safe, everyone.